thing you need is peace and love. Peace and love.
AJ is like the heart of this operation, dude.
Oh, wow. So do you love your job?
I do.
I would, too.
I love AJ, and he's
I go to school for this.
yes.
Oh, so you really love your job.
So him and Erico kind of dabbles, but this is really what he wants to do for a living. So I'm super thankful for him, man. And then
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, here, I'll wait.
No, cheers.
Let's
okay,
go.
so what do you want to cheers to?
To friendship.
To friendship. I love that. To how many years of friendship?
I can't count, but since 7th grade, and we are what? Can I say our age?
35?
I'm 34.
34. So we met when we were what, 12, 13?
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
I'm getting better.
It heard every part of my drinking.
It's ASMR too.
Oh,
it's an
yeah.
ASMR podcast. So satisfying.
Oh my God, I have to burp.
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna.
Dude, I didn't, I haven't seen Christina in so long. I forgot.
Oh, the first Christina,
yeah,
yes.
that when she laughs, she snorts a little.
Yeah.
It was so funny,
So we
dude.
both have very weird laughs. I remember that. Like, we just do. And we both are named Christina.
Yeah, not weird. That's just your laugh.
But mine's loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know your laugh.
So when I do laugh, I'm gonna go on this side.
Why? No. Just laugh how you laugh.
Okay.
So what's up, dude?
Not much.
Yeah?
Just,
How's the married life?
married life is great. It feels like we've been married for years.
Oh shoot! Can you still hear me?
Yeah, it's
Sorry
a little.
about that.
There's a little bit of
Yeah, we're good. You can hear me, right?
I can hear you.
Okay. Oh, hey, AJ, were you able to check the audio in the other one where everything was good?
No.
No? But you didn't check the audio?
Well, I
Yeah. But like, are you recording right now?
yeah.
For sure. Because I just want to make sure we didn't miss that whole hour.
No, because when I had to click it anyways earlier.
So we were good, okay.
The red button, it was blinking. So
Okay.
it was recording.
All right. I just want to make sure this, it'd be such a waste.
Oh, wait, so you think you might have not recorded?
No, I just want to, I always like to double check.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't want to waste people's time and stuff, so.
Very good.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, it's like really nonchalant, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, it's chill, dude. We're just
Yeah.
friends. We're just talking.
No, thank you, because it is nerve-wracking.
I haven't been on anybody's podcast before.
Yeah, so you've only been on your own.
I've only been like the host.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
So Ryan listens to the something table. It's a very popular podcast. Do you know what I'm
Is it the
talking
one with
about?
Joe Budden,
I think so.
the rapper?
God, I'm so bad. But he listens to podcasts all the time. I was like, what's the big deal? Like, I don't understand. Why can't you just watch TV? And then I listened to yours. And I was listening to Caitlin. Mm-hmm. And how old is she?
But you're yeah.
How old is she?
No, you can move it. Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
I think she's what, 21?
Yeah, I'm like, man, what was I doing at 21?
Yeah.
Partying.
Yes.
That's what
for
I was
sure.
doing at
Me too.
21. She's sleeping by a kitchen. I was listening. There's a lot of inspiration in your podcast, and I
Glad to
like
hear
that.
Yeah, because that's what I'm definitely trying to do. I know we were talking earlier off air, how I'm not sure what niche I'm going to put or what to put myself in with regards to this podcast, but most importantly, and at the very least, I do want to just inspire someone.
Yeah.
At least one person.
Maybe
would be enough
that's
for
it
me.
then, I think, because honestly, I mean, you're picking people who are younger, people who are a little older, people in the restaurant business. I mean, I even heard about stocks.
That was me and all did.
No, and Cal too, I think, was talking about stocks.
Sorry, what's that?
Her arm
Is it in my face? Oh, okay.
Okay, so
Is
yeah,
that
there
good?
you go.
Okay.
You don't have to,
I know.
you don't have to say.
We're good though. You can hear me and you can see me. Okay, this is my good side. So let me just.
Okay.
I am. Just so you know, my career is MAC Cosmetics. So I have to make sure the good side is showing, the good brows are showing. I am a little tipsy too.
She's a good. She's a makeup artist.
But I haven't worked in almost a year with MAC because of the furlough.
Yeah.
And because of maternity leave. So you're catching me at a very, very rare part of my life where I'm actually not technically on the clock.
Yeah.
which is weird. Like, I mean, I'm doing side gigs and stuff like that, but I mean, you've known me for how long? I've always worked. So this was a really weird. This is a weird time for me.
One of the main reasons why I wanted to get you on this podcast, you are a grinder.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you've been a grinder. Like, I think it's just natural to you. Ever since I've known you, you've always just been this go get it person.
That's so sweet because I'm gonna let you know right now. I think at this time of my life, I've allowed myself to slow down, but it's necessary.
Yes.
Yeah. I think the pandemic did that to a lot of people, actually.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and then now I was just telling you before we went on air that I'm running my home
Yeah.
kind of like a business with love, obviously. But you learn to run it kind of like that too sometimes.
Yeah. So before we go any further, ladies and gentlemen,
Hi.
I have one of my good friends, not just a good friend, actually, one of my best friends.
Oh, you better stop.
Ktina. It's not Ktina. Ktina
Eusebio.
Thank you.
It's fine. It's
You
new.
saved me.
You stay with me.
You saved me. Ktina Gapay. Are you keeping Gapay as a middle name or no?
My dad's actually really pissed at me right now because I didn't know it was rushed. We got married in our backyard, like literally like 3 weeks after the shutdown.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but we rushed it, and I just put my mom's maiden name, and then his. So that's probably why he forgot that he had to watch my kids today too. I think that's why.
So you're no longer a Gapay. Is it Gapay or Gapay?
It's Gapay.
Dude? I heard it. My whole life I've been calling you Gapay.
It's Gapay here in the States, but it's Gapay back in,
It makes so much sense.
I have to say this. I'm gonna lead the podcast here now that I'm a
Please.
little buzzed. RJ, do you remember when the shutdown happened and you called me
Yes, I do.
and you were so nervous?
Yeah, I do remember.
I want to go back to that really quick because look at you now, Mr. Podcast.
No,
How many businesses now?
I don't know. Just a few.
Just
Not
a
that
few.
many, not that many.
But do you remember that that call?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going back to that call too, and I'm just like,
I do. Well, since you brought it up, I want to thank you.
oh, you're welcome.
That really helped because I was by myself at the time. I was headed back to Fairfield, and I legit thought, people were so scared. There were so many rumors about how like there might be like a quarantine and a lockdown, and we didn't know what that was. So
And guess what? There was.
like I didn't know what that meant, and I wasn't even sure if I was allowed to drive back home.
Yeah.
So
I remember that call because it reminds me of the time I called you when I think I was a sophomore, and I thought I was dying. But Derek, my brother, actually had the heater on. So I had a fever already. I didn't have corona. This was back in what?
This is
2002 or something. Yeah. And Derek had left the heater on, and I felt sick. And I called RJ and I said, RJ, I think I'm dying. And if this is the last conversation we have, I wanted to say you're a good friend, but I wanted to bring that call up because that kind of felt like, oh my God, what's happening with the world?
Yeah.
That scare really quick of like, dude, jobs, what are we going to do? How are we going to pay the mortgage?
Yeah.
But look, it's a year later.
I know.
And I'm a little buzzed on your podcast. I only had a shot.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for thinking to call me when you thought you were dying instead of 911. Respect.
Actually, I called a lot of people. I just remember my conversation with you because you were laughing.
I remember you calling me. I just don't. Oh yeah, I was laughing.
Yeah,
because
you were.
I knew dying.
Well, which is why you're my friend, because sometimes you bring me back to earth. I'm like, okay, I'm not dying. The heater was just on. It was really hot. So,
dude, I had just gotten off the phone with Carla as I was driving home, and she calmed me down, and you're the next person I called.
Was she scared?
No,
She
Carla,
wasn't,
dude,
huh?
Thank God for her. She was so calm, cool, and collected. And
I could only imagine though, because that's the restaurant has had to just completely shut down. And then like us too, we got furloughed. I was like, what's going to happen? What's next?
yeah.
And then, and all of the weddings I had for 2020, including my own, canceled. And in my contract, it says, if there's an act of God, you will get your refund back. Do you know how many refunds I had to give back?
They considered the pandemic act of God?
I considered the pandemic an act
good
of
for
God
you.
because, that's, I mean,
Yeah,
like,
it's an act of God,
even with what the things I've had to deposit for my wedding, I was able to get back. And so it was only right. But that scare at first was something I remember so much. And then now that we're a year after, like, we survived. We did it, know? And a lot of businesses did. I mean, a lot of businesses didn't, but.
I feel super blessed.
Yeah, you should. Because
do.
I go to Peace, Love, and Boba, and I'm waiting in line, and people are waiting outside for their food.
Yeah.
And even Ryan, when I tell him, hey, can you go get food at Peace, Love, and Boba? He's like, man, the wait's so long. And I go, good, good, thank God, because man, it is scary. Let's talk about that fear really quick. You know,
please.
I since we are, talking about business and stuff, I do remember the day I clocked in. It was the same day they called me to tell me my wedding was canceled.
Yeah. Oh, we should say, first of all, Ktina is a makeup artist, and she works for...
Matt Cosmetics for 14 years now.
Yeah.
They've basically raised me. And so I remember that day I went into work, and they didn't know if they were going to send us home or not. And we didn't have masks yet or anything. And I remember people would come up and be like, hey, can you do my brows? And I had to tell them, they just told us we can't touch anyone. And customers would be like a little upset. Like, oh my God, you're taking this too far. Mm-hmm. Like, come on, it's not that big of a deal. I'm like, no, they're really telling us not to touch you guys. Like we can't have contact. And I remember having to tell a lot of our customers too, telling them like, hey, we may close after today. And the panic, believe it or not, I know it's just foundation. No. I know it's just lipstick, but you will not believe the people that rushed in and bought like 5 of the same thing because they knew that something serious was happening. That shocked me. I
didn't know that.
Yeah, that shocked me so much because like it shocked my boss even. Like, really? People are shopping still? Like, no, like they knew that something was closing or we were closing, and people were like bulking up just like toilet paper.
That's what I was going to say. What do you think, instead of stocking your shelves with the essentials, we were getting what? Foundation?
Foundation. It was mostly foundation, not lipstick. But
maybe those people are smart.
Maybe I think they are.
I'm going to be stuck in the house with my significant other. I better make sure I look fucking good, or this person might leave me. We
didn't know things were going to be on Zoom like all the time, and you kind of like sometimes you had to. Well, some people don't. There's sometimes where we just go on Zoom and we are as we are, but. I didn't bulk up, and then I started buying, I didn't even wear makeup during the pandemic. So it was crazy to see the panic in the divas' faces, like to have to like buy bulks of that. And then coming back, like finally when we reopened, we couldn't touch we didn't do makeup anymore. So that was the biggest thing. I mean, because that's the one thing I loved so much about going to work was I was able to like do people's makeup and talk to them and stuff like that. And now we kind of had to like spit game. Like, for example, I can't match your color right now, but you're gonna have to trust my words. Because you're olive and your undertone is more, on the red side, and we want to cancel that red. You have to kind of trust my words, and that was hard for us. I can't say, because it's not a business I own, I can't obviously give you guys numbers and stuff, but that really affected us because, makeup is something you show. It's more of like a visual thing, and now we had to use our words, and that was so hard.
I can't imagine. What an adjustment.
It's like you had to adapt. And even they were even like, you can't just try it on me. Yeah. We had signs all over the counter saying, sorry, we can't touch you. Like, and people calling, asking to get their makeup done, and we can't do it, Like, even now, they still can't do it.
Am I allowed to ask you, and feel free to not answer, but your personal opinion on, like, not being able to touch people? What is your opinion on that? What do you think?
I mean, I know it's for our safety, but I'm just being honest.
Bullshit.
It's for our safety. No, truly, it is for our safety.
I'm just saying it's bullshit that you can't put on makeup on somebody,
but I miss it. I miss it.
Oh, okay.
No, I miss it, and that's why we're doing a lot of freelance work now. So I'm noticing now now that the world's opening up, I'm booked.
Hell
like
yeah.
I'm actually scared to come, and my boss is going to watch this because I invited her to.
Oh, okay.
I'm scared to go back to work because I've said yes to so many people because I was so scared of like not being able to pay my mortgage.
Yeah.
I'm being real right now, you know,
Please.
like, or being able to like help pay for it because my husband has not stopped working. He's been working this whole time and he's been holding it down this whole time. But I've said yes to so many people. I'm going back on May 26th and I'm like, how am I going to balance this? And so now, because people can't go to counter, they're asking for freelancers, you know, people with their own business, people who are doing things on their own. And I know that's a lot of the people you interview right now are people who have their own business and they're doing their own thing. This is the age of people having their own business.
Yes, it has changed so much.
And you know, I'm coming back on May 2nd. I'm excited to. I'm very loyal to Mac. But taking that out was hard. And what they're doing now, how they've adapted was they're doing Zoom classes. So, you know, if it's basically like YouTube, but we can pause if you have a question, you know?
Okay.
So, and I do want to shout them out, and I do want to give dates maybe after the end of this.
Of course, whatever you want.
Yeah, at the end, because they're holding classes so that you could learn how to do your makeup, so you're not always relying on somebody to come get your makeup done. I know that doesn't sound like it's a huge deal these days, but you know, now that the world's opening up and there's so many weddings, it's something that we took for granted. You know what I mean? Like getting your nails done, getting your makeup done, feeling good about yourself. Yeah, a haircut, exactly. And during the pandemic too, a lot of people would get mad at them for like still doing it, right?
Yeah, it was a big.
It was a hot
topic.
It was, but it's like, dang, they were just trying to pay their bills.
Yeah, you can see both sides.
I definitely see both sides for sure.
Why was PLB and Cultura allowed to stay open and a barbershop couldn't?
Mm-hmm.
I was just as close with, my customers.
Yeah.
Maybe not for that long, but yeah, it's just a weird thing.
No, there was a lot. There was a lot of things that divided us during the pandemic. Even
we still divided.
I know, you're right. But my God, it was such like now I feel more happiness, I guess, because everyone's excited to be out. But
definitely
during the pandemic, there was a lot of fighting with that, and honestly, you can't respect somebody. You have to respect somebody for just trying to pay their bills.
Yeah,
that was my say in it for that, but.
Just some haters out there.
Yeah. But I get, to each their own. I think what we've learned through this pandemic is being able to adapt, period.
For sure.
Like, what do we had to do now? We can't touch them. We have to use our words. We have to do Zoom calls, podcasts. A lot of businesses started opening on Instagram, like so many different people. Like there's my friend, I'm going to give her a shout, charcuterie. She does charcuterie boards. Oh my God, I'm a big fan. I've ordered like 4. Charcuterie.
Charcuterie, okay.
Yeah, it's CHAKUTERIE. So she opened that. I mean, her sister opened one that was like tie-dye socks. I mean, you saw so many businesses, right? I'm actually very excited for the future to see like how much more this is because we've cut out the middleman and it's like your own now, I
was just talking about this on the last podcast, how depending on like everybody's situation, because some people had it way worse.
Yeah.
But this pandemic definitely, it shined a light on who you were. Like, did you let this make you or break you?
God, that's the right question,
right?
RJ.
Yeah, because I mean, we're talking about the human spirit right now. Christina was on I Make Things just before you, and it was the exact same reason. She's like, the pandemic like brought this out of me. Yeah,
it brought a lot out of people. It did, and it was fun to see. I will say that it really was. Like for a minute there, I was selling eucalyptus from a tree.
Yes,
like, and it's crazy. I would never think that, right? But that's why I think this is a really good time. It's kind of shook things up a bit.
Yeah, but you were making use of what you had. And that's why I wanted to have you on. That's why I wanted to have Christina. Cause like, look, dude, you were picking fucking branches off of your tree and flipping that shit.
It was so funny.
Mad respect, dude. I seen
That's
your
hilarious.
videos. Your husband was like up there risking
That
his
was my
life.
dad,
Oh, that was
actually.
your dad?
Shout out to my dad.
Like, hella high in the air, like,
I asked my husband. He said, "Hell
That was
no."
your dad?
That was my dad.
dude, shout out to your dad. for
He
fucking
built
risking his life.
stairs
Oh, okay.
on the tree.
Yeah.
He had a rope.
Yeah.
You know, my son was involved.
I know.
He was my delivery guy. I had to pay him like $10 Robux a week. He was expensive.
Shout out to
Beyblade's trainer. But that's another thing we had to adapt to as a parent.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to talk about that too. I told you I was nervous, but I have a list of things I wanted to say.
Yeah, of course, whatever you want.
We had to be teachers,
Yeah.
and people were mad about that. You know, and I had to be.
People were mad about that?
Yeah, there was.
You mean like about having to teach your kids? Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
people were mad about, and I get it. It was hard, but it was like, I'm just gonna say my experience. And man, it was a blessing.
Yeah.
I
Are
feel
you a
like
great
me and
teacher?
Alex really got we were already close, but then we got close because then I had to be his friend. You know, we really sheltered in place, and he's my only son. He doesn't have cousins. Well, he has cousins, through marriage and stuff like that. But we really sheltered in place, so we didn't really see them either. So I had to be his friend. You know, I had to be his teacher, his mom. But I think the one thing I do appreciate about the pandemic was that time with him, for sure. We would throw water theme parks in the backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would. We spent time with homework more than I did when I was working.
So can I ask you about that?
Mm-hmm.
Were you provided a lesson plan, or did you have to just make this up on your own?
No, so they do give a plan. It's an app called Seesaw, and you're supposed to make sure they do it. But you can easily just have them do it. It's easy. He was in kindergarten / first grade that we've been doing Zoom, and you can easily have them just do it. Here, you do addition, but because I wasn't working, I was able to sit down with him and we can talk about it. If he had science, we would do research together, and it became fun. And I don't think that could have happened if I was at work.
Yeah.
Can I say that? That's what I mean by this whole pandemic making you be adaptable as a parent, as a business owner, as somebody that used to work all the time. It made you slow down really quick, especially with your kids.
Yeah.
And I was telling you before getting on here, I know that you usually interview people who, with business. And the only thing on my mind lately is motherhood. Mm-hmm. It is a business of its own. And I have so much respect for stay-at-home moms now. Because, not that I didn't before, but, just to live in that world now, it's it is another ball game, man. It's a mental challenge.
What was the biggest adjustment for you?
Having to just talk to a 6-year-old all day. And, I can call a friend, obviously, but I am with a 6-year-old and my pregnant belly for that long. And it's a mental game. You're almost dang, when am I going to stop talking about Beyblades?
Yeah.
When am I going to be able to watch, little things like that. And it was a mental challenge for me, but it also was a blessing for me and Alex, I think, so.
Man, you were pregnant and raising a 6-year-old.
I'm sure there's a lot of people going through that. And so I wanted to bring that up on this podcast because, if you are listening to this podcast and you are a stay-at-home mom and you had to do that and you've done that before the pandemic, I have to give it up to you guys.
Preach.
Look at your mom. Look who she's raised, it's just another level of respect that I have for moms that have to stay home with their kids. It's amazing. It is a mental challenge. I appreciate being here right now so I can drink.
Hell yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Salud.
Salud.
That good old red breast Irish whiskey.
I've never had red breast Irish
I was
whiskey.
telling the previous guest that's been sitting in my house for years.
Wow.
I just had to grab something to have because I didn't have a chance to go to Bevmo
No, this
or
is
anything.
perfect.
It's pretty good. I like it.
She told me that she was going to get you drunk before I came on.
I
But
got a little tipsy.
I think I'm tipsy if I've only had 2 shots.
She was super nervous. So
Yeah, I
look
am
with
too.
courage.
This takes a lot. I'm
Yeah.
proud of you though. This is amazing.
Dude, I'm super thankful that you decided to come on because like not everybody says yes. You know what I mean?
Well, I didn't know what to talk about.
There's always something to talk about. But once again, I haven't been on the other end, so I have no idea what it's like
Yeah.
to be a guest.
Yeah.
You know, so let me ask you this before we move on to whatever it is that we move on. Looking back now, we're able to zoom out. Would you do anything different with regards to being a stay-at-home mom? Do you feel like, or you just aced it?
I think.
I feel like you were a natural.
Oh, I know. I mean, I had a lot of help. I have to say that too. I mean, like mentally, like I know Ryan his mom owns a daycare. And so he knows more about kids than I did. And so that helped a lot too. And having her as an outlet. Would I do anything different? I think you've caught me at a time where I'm kind of like, what next? You know, like, I'm excited to come back to work. I'm so excited to see how that balance is going to be. But like I said, you know, it's so exciting to see all these new things happening that you've caught me in a place where I'm not so sure yet. But I'm so excited for like the opportunities, you know, like I want to go back to work and just see how the balance is and how it's going to feel, you know, because being able to spend time with my kids like that, man, it was amazing. It was the best time of my life, believe it or not. As much as I'm saying, oh my God, it's a mental challenge. When are you ever going to get time like that back? You know? So right now I'm kind of like, what next? Yeah. I've told Ryan, my husband, that I wanted to turn my second living room into a makeup studio. That would be my dream.
Hell yeah.
Cause God, I miss that. I've missed doing makeup. I've missed talking to different women and, you know, like just picking their brain kind of like you do. I miss it so much. That's probably going to be like my next step.
I have an idea.
What is your idea?
We're going to turn your second, you said your second living room?
Yeah.
Into a studio, and you're going to do makeup for people while you do a podcast.
Oh my God, that's so many things.
You're gonna fucking make it, dude. I mean, like you said, you're pretty much doing a podcast just without a microphone in between you guys, right?
Oh shoot, you're so smart. And you would be surprised at how many walks of life you meet.
Yeah. Dude, for sure.
Yeah.
Off the bat, you would have an audience already because you have so many connections throughout your career.
I have to pick your brain on that.
Yeah.
But see, this is why it's an exciting time. You know, when I've listened to your podcast, everybody's like, you know, like you said, who was it? I think it was, I forgot what business it was. I think it was a cookie business.
Oh yeah.
And then someone walked into your was it Peace, Love, and Boba?
What?
That she walked into and you saw the excitement in her eyes.
Oh yeah, I love cookies.
Yeah. That's what's happening right now. If you look around, that's what's happening with a lot of people, and it's amazing.
Yeah,
it's so amazing to see. Like, you know, Gandia. Her name's not Gandhi anymore. That's what I called her in high school. Yeah. Like, look how. Like, I remember when I ordered a Mulan cup from her. Yeah. And that was like 7,000 followers before. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Dude, those fucking matte black tumblers, those are fucking dope.
It's just, and then she's always been into Disney, and like, it's just so funny how things just fall into place like that.
Know, the thought that pops into my head is, okay, I'm pretty sure everybody's done this. You revisit what was happening last year.
Yes,
like, I do this a lot.
I do that all the time.
Like exactly 1 year ago today, I was shitting my pants. Or I was calling Ktina on the phone like, dude,
it's true.
I don't know if I'm going to make it out of this. And now, to your point, like our brains, our will, our human spirit, everything's blossoming again.
Yeah.
The sun's out. We're able to find some kind of normalcy, you know, I'm vaccinated, you're vaccinated. Like,
that's why we don't have masks on. Yeah. Don't come for us.
Man, fucking come for me. I don't give a fuck.
Oh my God, who are you? What? And I'm just kidding.
I'm just kidding. I'm just like,
I like it.
Joke line.
I like how you were like.
I'm just playing. But yeah, like, you're right. And I think
it is the year of could you adapt or could you not? That's really what it was for me. Like anything that was thrown at you, could you adapt? Could you adapt to it? Because you're just going to have to.
Enter
At the end of the day, you're just
the
gonna have
roaring
to.
20s, Katina.
Yeah.
This is what it's gonna be. I don't know if you're a big fight fan. Over the weekend.
Oh no, I'm not. Oh my God, sorry, I'm not gonna have any comment to
No,
this.
it's okay. But there was an event
Yes.
in Florida,
Okay.
fully packed crowd. You can say whatever you want about it, political or not. I was super excited to see that. I was like, yes.
Well,
Yeah,
I will
we're
say
coming
this
back.
on the air right now. You know, my wedding, no one caught corona. Not all of us are vaccinated. I'm not saying that's a good thing to do, but I'm glad no one caught it. Thanks.
Yeah.
You know, like.
No, I'm glad you brought that up because I actually talked about your wedding a couple podcasts ago, and it was so recharging. Your wedding, it was beautiful.
Thanks.
And it was fun. I was sitting next to like David. We were catching up, and we were just like, we didn't have our masks on.
I know, I didn't either. But I was gonna say, like, you know, and granted, we got married in our backyard. To me, that was our wedding.
Yeah.
This was. I've missed my family.
Yeah.
That was the first time I saw my family.
Man.
In a whole year.
Man.
It like, you know, and like, granted, I know it was to celebrate me and Ryan, but honestly, it was, you're right. It didn't, like, the party was seeing my family again, seeing you guys again.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, just
God.
seeing you. I was so happy for you, watching you. Like me and my wife were talking about it, just watching you. And I could just, it was like, I can't describe it, but just watching you walk down the aisle,
it's so cliche to say that it was the best day of your life, right? But it really was the best day of my life, not just because I was marrying Ryan, but it was because all of us were together again. That, like, you take those things for granted.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know if, I mean, obviously, you've been my friend since 7th grade. My Christmases are huge.
Yes.
My Christmases in my life are made a big deal. The last Christmas during COVID was rough.
Yeah.
You know, that was weird for me. Like, you know, and so to have my family and friends there, it was just like the world slowly but surely opening up. And let's never take any of this for granted.
Nope.
You know, like
Never.
truly, like, I mean, we've lost so many people along the way, and not only to COVID, just like that year was like, you know.
I'll take every opportunity on this podcast to mention it. I don't care if you're tired of hearing me say it. Mm-hmm. I learned that huge lesson in late 2018 when my father-in-law died.
Yeah.
And I just can't say it enough. This life can be snuffed out in a second.
It's true.
You know, you have no control over that. We all fucking die, and we have just one. Mm-hmm. And I talk about it a lot on this podcast. I don't know what happens after we fucking die. Mm-hmm. But whatever it may be.
I remember a podcast hearing that too.
I know for a fact that the biggest gift that my dad gave me before he passed was, you need to take this life by its neck.
Yeah. And what better time than now?
Yes.
Right?
You know?
It's true.
Yeah.
God, it's so true.
Just,
And you know, I've reached out to Carla and told her that, you know, like that situation too, like it opened my eyes even before the pandemic happened. You know, you just can't take anything for granted, whether you have bad blood. And I told you I didn't want to talk about this on the podcast, but it's true. I'm not going to talk about it. But, you know, whether you have bad blood with someone or anything, man, life's too short.
Not worth it.
And it's also unpredictable.
Yes.
You know, and so I think that's one thing that this pandemic kind of had to happen, for me at least, to slow down with my kids. Yeah. Slow down with my mom and dad.
I just want to tell, I mean, I know there are definitely people who know this, but I want to tell the whole world, like whoever, at least my listeners, that whatever it is that's in your heart that you want to do. Yes. Do it.
And then I honestly think that is the main theme of your podcast. Yeah. When I'm looking back at, you know, what I've listened to and stuff, that is the main thing. And then you told me too, when I come here, I'm like, I don't know what to talk about. And you told me, you talk about what you're passionate about. And I mean, if it's anything I'm passionate about, it's that. Yeah. It's like your dream can be career, it could be family, it could be whatever you want, but you need to do it. Do not waste time. Yeah. Because time's not guaranteed. No. We all know that.
Well, I don't know. Time. Yeah, we are not guaranteed.
We're not guaranteed. I mean, who knows, right?
Yeah, we could be dead tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh God, Jesus. I mean, it's so true. That's the type of
mindset I'm trying to like Like just
They're trying to light a fire in people.
no, just with me personally.
Yeah.
I could be dead tomorrow. So that's why I'm so thankful for this.
And sometimes we need that reminder. Even the most motivated person needs that reminder. God, I've needed it.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you that much.
Yes.
Sometimes I felt like during the pandemic, am I doing enough?
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough. Like here, my husband is working the whole time. He's never had to shelter in place, and he comes home and he's tired. And then I'm tired from the kids. And it's like, no tired is comparable or whatever. But like, God, like, let's forget the tired really quick and literally just embrace that we have a house, that we have a home, we have our kids, we're healthy. We didn't have the wedding at first, but God, it turned out better than we expected because it was more of a celebration of all of us coming together. So I mean, I know that this wasn't about the pandemic, but I didn't want to talk about that because I think the pandemic for me had to happen. Yeah. It had to happen for me. It slowed me down. Yeah. And you know me, I'm always go, go, go.
You're one of the most motivated, passionate, energetic people I know.
And now I'm kind of like, well, I want to just...
No, you're still pretty passionate and energetic.
That, yes, but also, like, God, Alex is not going to be 7 forever. He's not going to like Beyblades forever,
Yeah, he's not going to be a Beyblade.
No, it happened so quick. And, and then RJ happened.
I'm so glad that you named your son after me. I really appreciate that. Her son's name is RJ.
Ryan's going to get mad. But
I'm just playing. I'm
totally joking.
His full name is Ryan Jr.
Right? Yes. No, but I love that his name is RJ because I like that name.
Yeah. He's probably going to be successful.
I mean, come on. His birthday is around the same time as mine. No, I'm just joking. Dude. But he's an easy kid. I have to say that. Not that Alex wasn't.
Super cute. Dude, both super cute. But dude, your RJ is definitely cute. That's probably also associated with the name RJ.
What?
Cuteness.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. I didn't know. No wonder I named him that.
Oh, never mind. Anyways.
You want to turn it off now?
No, I was gonna press a sound effect, but it's too far.
Oh. Anyways, which one is it?
I don't know. Don't press anything. I don't want to ruin it.
So,
Anyways, KT, back to Mac.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
It's okay. I know, I think I know this, but I don't. When did you realize you wanted to be a makeup artist full time? That's
a good question, RJ. I'm glad you asked. My mom wanted me to be a nurse.
Yeah, of course she did. Of course she did.
I hate blood.
Alden's the only one who listens.
I know. He's such a good boy.
Such a good boy.
No, I feel like he would be a great nurse though, right?
He's an amazing
Come
nurse.
on.
I know that for a fact.
He had to be a nurse. But no, my mom and dad wanted me to be a nurse. I can't stand blood. Like, I can't even stand blood when you cook meat.
Oh,
I hate that part. Like,
I love your cooking videos.
Oh, thank you. I'm trying to be you.
No.
Which, by the way, I learned that during the pandemic too. I was never like somebody that messed in the kitchen. But so I told myself, man, I love doing makeup, and if I'm gonna do it, I better fucking do it. You know, like I better give it my all, whether it's my own company or not. I'm gonna show you guys that, like I want it, and so, God, it's been such a journey. Like I was how old when I started? 22. I'm 34 now. And, and there's been a lot of drama, a lot of businesses have had to, cut. Even before the pandemic, a lot of businesses had to cut even then because the economy, just a lot of things like that. And so then, the cancel,
did you guys Mac got canceled?
No. They tried to.
For what?
I don't want to go into it too much because it's not my own business.
No, but I'm curious, though. Like, what was it that...
Because they were cutting a lot of employees.
Wait, because you had to fire some people, they tried to cancel Mac?
Everybody
was firing people.
That, and then, they're saying... that's just how it was,
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah,
no, it's okay. I have to make sure I can't say too many,
Did you have to sign
legalities.
Did you sign an NDA with Mac?
To come on here?
No, just like in general.
What do you mean?
Like where you can't talk about the company or anything?
Yes, yeah. No, I can't. I can talk about them and just, but I'm just being real right now. There was a point in time during the pandemic where it was like, cancel Mac. And, I like your face. There was a lot of cancel Starbucks. And I'm sorry, the people who canceled Starbucks, I see your stories. You still drink Starbucks, okay? But at the end of the day, you know, like whether you cancel something or not, you're affecting somebody's livelihood, right? I have this thing about loyalty.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yes.
That's just who I am, and I'm only going to say good things about my brand right now because every company isn't perfect, okay? But I will tell you, they took care. I'm going to say it. They took care of me. They took care of me. My boss called me recently to tell me to make sure I'm enjoying the rest of my leave.
Yo.
She called me to tell me that. So I don't know about, you know, everybody has their own experience, but I really do have to give kudos to Mac, especially the Mac Fairfield counter. There's a sense of, and I know you've talked about this with PLB, there's a sense of family there where even the people that have worked there in the past, it's this pride that we're from Fairfield. Believe it or not, Fairfield is a very successful counter. Nice. Compared to most. And it's a small town, right? Yeah. But we're in between Sac and Concord. There's no other Mac after that. I met my husband at work.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, yeah. I've been pregnant with both my sons at that work. I've met some of my best friends at that counter. That counter, to me, it holds a very special part of my heart because a lot of you can say this too, not a lot of people can say this, but my coworkers are my family. Like they truly are. And I think that's one of the reasons why I'm so happy to come to work. You know, whether I own the business or not, being able to say that you can go to work and that's your family and they have your back and you guys can work together like that's very rare to find. And I've always noticed that with Fairfield, and I've been with a lot of different counters. You know that. Yes. I've worked in Sac. I worked in Concord, Walnut Creek. Fairfield, I have to say, is like the one counter where you got your makeup done for prom, you got your makeup done for your first date, and I think that's a big thing, and I think that's brings it a lot of success for sure.
I feel super blessed to be able to call my coworkers my friends.
That's a big thing. Yeah.
So.
And I think that's very important too, because, when you go to work, whether, you own the business or not, it's literally what the attitude you bring to, to your day, to your people, that bring in your business. Because if you and your coworkers aren't family, then your customers can't be. Yeah. That's just my theory. I'm sure you know that. And so I want to shout out the Fairfield counter, obviously, and to those that work there now and to those who worked there in the past. I think we've made a name for ourselves. A lot of amazing artists have come from Fairfield. David Day is a good example. Christopher Roa is a good example. I mean, these are artists that came from little old Fairfield, and they're out there doing makeup for backup dancers and for J-Lo, or backup dancers for, or like designing for Lady Gaga, little old Fairfield. There's a lot of fight here in Fairfield, I have to say. I don't know if I'm just biased, but there is.
Dude, there's levels to anything, but I think just because you're my best friend. I have a lot of friends that do makeup.
You do have a lot of friends that do makeup. Your sister used to do makeup.
You guys opened my eyes to what you can do with doing somebody's face.
I'm glad you can say that, because it's not about the makeup. I hope people know that. It's about when they get out that chair and they're like, "Dang, I'm a bad bitch."
Let me just say this. Because I know you. Have you done my wife's face before? No, it's usually Novia, right?
And I've done your wife's face and her mom's.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Have. Mm-hmm. But I think
and Novia does too a lot.
Novia did Carla's face for my wedding, or was it?
Yes, it was Novia.
Just what you guys do, coming from a man's perspective.
I have to hear this.
It's like seeing her the first time you realize you were in love with her.
Aww, I love it.
I love my wife every day, but that's just how I feel.
Yeah, and God, I've had clients where
I love my wife. Carla doesn't wear makeup.
No, she doesn't need to.
No, yeah, she don't need to. But I'm just saying, that's
yeah,
it's amazing what you guys can do.
It's a boost of confidence.
Pencil.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I'm like
No,
butchering
pencil.
your-
We use pencils.
with a brush and y'all's tools. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
No, and like I've had customers where I've done their first date, then I've done their engagement photos,
Yeah.
and then I've done their wedding. And then I've done their divorce. I'm just kidding. No, but like, we go through every milestone with them. And so, I think that's one of my favorite things about my job, especially with the Fairfield counter that we have our regulars. I mean, I've been going there for years and years. And now that we don't do makeup and they're still coming in, that means a lot to us.
Yeah.
That really does. I mean, I'm sure you understand that now. Like with any business, now you should appreciate your customers, obviously, more than ever. But that's one thing about Fairfield was our repeat customers.
Yeah.
Just seeing them all over again. I mean, God, when I came back, they're like, oh my God, you were supposed to get married. How did that go? Your community, your family becomes, they're just close to you.
That's so cool that how you're able to do that in like this, because your Max business model, it's so foreign to me because I work in the food industry.
Yeah.
So, like
It is, and it's so crazy because we're like just trying to figure. I haven't worked in a year, so I don't know how it is now, but I'm sure we're still trying to figure out how to adapt to this.
moving forward, are you guys going to be able to do people's faces or no?
I hope so, but as of right now, which is what if I can shout out, yeah,
Please.
they are doing classes, and I did want to shout that out.
Let's do it.
So like this is honestly, and I'm not just saying this so I could promote. Obviously, like, come on, their classes are free. But this is all we have left to do when it comes to artistry. And so if you want to learn and truly learn and be able to ask them questions, I do strongly suggest going to these classes. They have one. What's today's date, RJ? Sorry. AJ, what's today's date?
26th?
Okay, so
26th.
they have a class tomorrow for Bold Eyes. And that's at 5 p.m. and it's on Zoom. And so if you call 707-428-3333, they'll give you all the information. So they have different subjects. And I like these classes. I've done a few before I went on leave. And it's basically we teach you how to do makeup, but you can like pause and ask questions. Because on YouTube, you can't really.
Yeah.
And you're just watching somebody do it. So April 27th, they have one on Bold Eyes for 5 p.m. April 28th, they have a special occasion makeup. And that's at 4 p.m. And then on that same day, they have another one at 5 for bronze glowy makeup. And right now they have a sale for 15% off everything.
Oh, shoot.
Everything. So when does this podcast air?
Well, I'll tell you right now, soon.
Oh, soon.
You'll be...
So do me a favor,
you'll
okay?
Be this week. You'll be this week.
So to you ladies that are listening to this podcast, if you call 707-428-3333, extension 4206 and ask for Toya, she will hook you up. Or if you follow team_Fairfield, you'll have all the information there. This is a new time. Like I was telling RJ, you have to adapt. What better way now? Like if you really want to learn so you don't have to keep asking somebody, I strongly suggest these classes. These are the same classes that we go to as employees to learn, So I really do strongly suggest you, if you're into it, to join.
What a deal. Who doesn't want bold eyes?
It's
I want
free.
Bold eyes.
Okay.
Yeah. And we know some of
do
y'all,
bold eyes.
Some of y'all out there need some bold eyes. So watch this class. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, a lot of people are doing so many Zoom classes and things like that, and it's launching their own businesses. If you want to just do something for yourself, to pamper yourself and to learn something, this is great. I mean, even going there and talking to them is amazing. Like, it's not just about the makeup, it's the confidence that we give you to be on camera like this or something,
Yeah.
It's, when do I get to guess this?
Yeah. Next. Okay. Let me give you a topic because I got to piss.
Okay.
I'm going to go pee, but we're going to keep it live.
All right.
Yeah. So,
You've never done that with any of them,
I
have
to
you?
Go pee so bad because Christina made me drink hella.
Yeah, that's true.
So, tell me, Ktina, what do you love
God.
about peace, love, and boba? Go.
Okay. I love the tocino burritos. I also love, he really did leave me here. The tocino burritos hella good. I like the drinks. Oh, the ice cream. Let's go. AJ's laughing at me right now. Okay, so the drink or the ice cream's really good. The unicorn poop, obviously, that's gonna be. You're gonna have to cut this part out. This is just lagging. The unicorn poop's hella good. It's like strawberry with a little bit of a texture, and that texture comes from a cereal called Fruity Pebbles. If you're hiring, you let me know, because I can spit game now since I can't, we have to learn how to sell through words. And there's a new one they had that has cotton candy just like delicately placed on the top.
Oh, that was our seasonal menu. It was, Sailor Mars.
Is it gone?
Yeah, it's gone.
Oh, may it rest in peace, because it was delicious. It was creamy, but yet it had like a fluffy cotton candy texture. In the beginning, my son enjoyed it very much. Oh, the Nutella, amazing. Made with, believe it or not, Nutella itself. You could taste the richness of the cocoa. You could tell that we're not shy with the cream on that ice cream. I hate you.
How did you do? I appreciate
How
you.
did I do? Okay.
Ice cream for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey. So we both went to Vanden together,
We did.
which was like almost 20 years ago.
Oh
Can
my
you fucking
God.
believe that shit?
That's so crazy.
It's 2021. My 20-year reunion is 3 years away.
Dang, you're that old.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. Where are you guys going to have it at?
I'm not going to go.
Oh.
I have no idea. Do people really do 20-year reunions?
I don't know. I don't know.
Sorry, Christine. Christine
Oh,
Mercado.
she was the president. That's
Yeah,
right.
she's
Yeah.
responsible for that for the rest of her life. Ooh.
Mercado's my lawyer. Is she your lawyer? She's my lawyer.
Shout out to Christine Mercado for doing an amazing job. I
Yeah,
know what you
seriously. Thank you so much, Mercado.
did. Dude,
She's not a Mercado anymore either.
nah, she's
I don't know.
she's just not a Mercado anymore.
Okay.
We're using hella like
I can't because Asia keeps laughing.
yeah, dude. That's why I love doing these fucking podcasts. They're hella fun, dude. It's always like
He
this.
made me sell his ice cream.
Is that his
Yeah, Vanden. Did you know Ryan went to Vanden
I heard.
in 2011, 12?
Yeah. Okay, so he's a little younger than you.
A lot younger.
Really?
Yes.
When you get into your 30s, they don't matter.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. I mean, like honestly, does it really matter?
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he went to Vanden.
I think he's the same class as my little sister Rachel.
What year is she? I forgot what year he is.
Well, how old is
honestly.
your husband?
28.
Rachel's about to be 30. So she's
Oh, no, so he's younger.
Yeah, younger than
Yeah.
my little sister.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but dude,
No, I know.
you have a good experience.
But isn't that crazy though that he went to Vanden? Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So you
is.
guys had no idea each other existed.
No, he was buying a gift for his mom at the Mac counter.
Nice.
Well, no, he wasn't buying it there. He was just walking by, and then he saw the most beautiful girl.
Yes.
Yes,
He
and
was
then
mesmerized, and he's
the
like,
rest of it's history.
I love that. I love that, dude. Okay. Anyways, you're a makeup artist. Can I ask you? Because I can't imagine your experiences are like the same as someone who's working behind a counter, like at a boba store. What is the craziest thing that has happened to you, like with regards to interaction between you and a customer?
Oh God, there's so many.
Yeah. What's the craziest thing? You gotta pick one.
I mean, this is the craziest thing, but also a very common thing that happens frequently. They think the Q-tips are used to clean their ears.
Gross. Oh my god.
So there's that. We took all that out after COVID.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That's fucking
That makes sense. I actually like the masks. I like to wear a mask when I do makeup now, even if I'm vaccinated and they're vaccinated. I love the mask. I like it because there's a barrier.
Yeah.
You don't accidentally spit on them.
But what's the craziest thing that's happened to you? Nothing? That's it. Someone uses the Q-tips for. I'll take it. That's pretty cool.
I mean, we've had some crazy customers, but I don't. Am I allowed to say?
You can say whatever you want.
Okay. I mean, we got okay. I'm gonna say this. This is funny. During COVID, when we couldn't do anyone's makeup, a lady got mad and pulled out a taser
Oh my God. So to get her makeup done?
She just wanted to flash it to let you know, like she was pissed that we couldn't do it.
hell no,
Yeah, the people are serious
For
about their
to get
makeup.
her
You've
face
never
done.
had a taser pulled out on you?
No, I can't say I have.
Yeah,
not either.
yeah, she did. That was probably the craziest thing. It wasn't to me. It was
Yeah.
to one of my coworkers. But
We can edit this out if you don't want this in, but
I know I'm a little
I
nervous.
remember when you got hit on by Tommy Davidson.
Oh my God! No, you don't have to edit that out. Even though Ryan's like, "Oh God, why are you guys talking about
Okay,
this?"
Google-
Oh my God, you
Google-
remember that?
Yeah, how can I forget? Dude, he's a famous ass comedian. Google,
That's hilarious.
Google Tommy Davidson. He's
First
a
of
little
all,
past your time.
I was 18. I would think I was 19, but I wasn't working for Mac. I was working for Lancome at the time.
I forgot you worked for Lancome.
Yeah.
But I just remember you told me that. You're like, hey, I just got
And
hit
then
on by fucking
Oh my
Tommy
God, do you think
Davidson.
Tommy Davidson's gonna get mad if he hears this podcast?
He'll probably be happy his name is
Because-
still being mentioned.
Oh, that's true. Because I'm gonna let you know, he asked me to go to what is that called? His show, but I was 18 at the time.
Did he care?
I went.
You went?
No, well, my friend Kim wanted to go.
Yeah.
And she's, please, can you just go so we can go? So I went so that she could go.
Okay. Kim.
She was my coworker.
Different Kim. Okay, yeah. So,
She's gone today, but like that was a good memory between us too.
oh, you mean she?
Yeah, she passed
Oh,
away.
man, dude.
But I remember that memory. She said, because she was a lot older than me, and she was like, just come with me, and then you could leave. So I went and I left.
Oh, so he really did hook you up with.
Yeah, it's tickets.
Dude, he was performing at what was it called?
What? It's burnt down
Bellies?
now, right?
Yeah, they burned down. Was it Pepper Bellies? in
Pepper
Fairfield?
Bellies. Oh my God, I can't believe you remember that story.
Dude, I teamed up with
That is
Don and we
hilarious.
started an event. That's when I was a club.
Well, I wonder what
promoter.
he's doing now.
Who?
Tommy Davidson. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, what's Tommy Davidson doing right now, guys? Is he still doing stand up?
I haven't seen it. He hasn't done any special.
Maybe he's retired.
Yeah.
But,
Maybe. Well, thank you, Tommy Davidson.
I feel like that's a cool thing that's happened to you.
I think
You got free tickets from a famous person. He was super famous, dude.
I think the coolest thing that happened to me was David Day asking me to do J-Lo's make.
Yeah.
He asked a lot of people to help him out so that we had that experience. So I do thank him for that. That was amazing. It was one of the best things to experience. You know, I'm a big J-Lo fan.
Yes.
So
are.
yeah, we went to Vegas and we
Shout out to David Day.
yeah, David Day, thank
Tapioca
you
Podcast.
for making dreams come true.
You trying to sponsor us?
No, but yeah, that was awesome going there and doing that because I got to pray with her. Like not just her, like obviously we all got to be in a circle and we got to pray and I was staring at her butt the whole time.
That's amazing.
And that was the
Wow.
fun. And I told my husband this story and I have to say it now too. I felt so confident after doing everyone's makeup right. I was like, man, look at me. This is so awesome. So I was walking out of the stadium and I completely fell. Like completely like just kit,
You would,
everything,
dude.
heels, everything just fell as I was leaving. I don't think anyone saw, but I'll always remember that. It just like, I was so excited that I was so nervous and fell.
That's hilarious. And it's
That was
also-
the coolest thing I want to
Yeah.
say.
That is pretty cool that you got to pray and stare at, at her
J-Lo,
butt, J-Lo's butt.
Yeah, I'm a huge fangirl.
Yeah. I mean, dude, she's been big and huge since we've been kids.
I know, and she's 50.
Yeah, she hasn't aged one day, bro.
That's a hustler right there.
Nah, for real. So, I noticed that Makeup by Ktina is kind of like up and running again. Mm-hmm. How have you ever considered just making? Oh wait, no, because you're Mac for life. Huh?
No, but
Yeah.
see, that's where I was telling you. We're like now, I honestly, I'm excited to go back to work. But I'm also like, because I'm seeing all these this is the time where businesses are blooming on their own.
Yeah.
I think and can I say, I just want to be really honest with you right now. You remember when you wanted to start a business, how scared you were,
Yes.
right? That's kind of where I'm at.
Oh, okay.
What about 401ks? What about being able to be furloughed and still getting paid and your medical? Those are the things I think about. And I want to pick your brain on that because I think that's the biggest leap for somebody who wants to start their own business is like that security.
Okay. Straight up.
Yeah.
Like no cap. That all goes away.
Does it really?
Yeah. So that's why it's different for Carl and I, because we don't have kids yet. So, well, I don't want to say we have the freedom to do so because it is definitely more than possible to be successful in a small business and have kids, because people do it
all
with
the
10
time.
kids. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So, but yeah, you're paying for insurance out of pocket. There's no, I don't even know what a 401k is. I mean, I know what a 401k is, but I don't got none of that shit. Or
See-
if I do, there ain't much going into it.
Okay, we're done. No, but see, I think that's what's holding me back a little bit. You know, I'm
Definitely.
being very honest.
I think that's a very good point.
God, I have, and I will say this: I have great health care.
Yes.
Great health care. And I'm scared to lose that.
And that's a legit reason
Yeah.
to not quit
but
your
when
job.
when I listen to your podcasts, and I think this is just me being vulnerable right now and talking to you, I'm like, God, these people took a leap of faith and went hard. And I remember you saying something in one of your podcasts too. Your mom said this to you, was like, if you're gonna do a business, you're gonna have to do the best you can. You can't just do it.
Yeah.
You have to give it your best, you know? And I feel like I'm capable of doing that, but it's just taking that leap of like security.
Yeah, I know for a fact you would be more than successful.
See, it's fun. It's nice to hear that, but it's like when it's on your hands, you have to put yourself back to when you first started, right? I'm there. I'm right there. I'm like, what if it fails?
So
Yeah, what's your advice?
The defining factor for me
Yes.
was the people around me telling me I could do it. Mm-hmm. Like, because there was many doubts in my head.
Yeah.
But everybody that surrounded was like, you should do it because you can. I know you can.
Yeah.
Just like I'm telling you now.
Yeah.
If that's your only doubt, I think you should do it.
Yeah. I mean, that
Because you can always go back.
could I? No, just
Why not? Do you like? You don't think Mac would take you back with open arms?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they, dude? You're loyal. You're an amazing makeup artist, and it's just a guess, but I'm pretty sure you're the lifeblood of that counter.
Oh man, this is getting deep.
So by
Just kidding.
I mean, you just said it. Your boss
And
told you.
And I will tell you this too, RJ, to you know how like you have the guests here and they're just talking freely. I can't talk 100% freely on here. It's not my business. Do you
Yeah,
get what I'm saying?
exactly.
And I think that's I think.
Okay, Tina, put it right here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Could you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I snorted. Yeah, no, but seriously, that's a big thing. You know, I was listening to your podcast. There's that fear of like that security, but then also like I can't 100% be 100% vulnerable on here because it's not my business.
Yeah. Well, obviously, like you can't just say, okay, I'm going to start a business and then tomorrow without doing your work and doing your due diligence and trying to work every single little detail out. You have to do that.
Yeah.
You have to do that. But you can only prepare so much. And then one day you're just going to be like, okay, I'm going like full time,
Yeah.
you know? But if you think about it, how long have you been doing makeup for now? How long have you been doing makeup?
Yeah, it's 14 years.
As a living? 14
Yeah.
years. You were way past ready. Have you ever heard of the 10, what is it? The 100 hours rule?
Yeah, I heard it on your podcast.
Did you like dive into it? I'm going to send you.
I haven't dived into it, no.
You need to listen to it. It's an amazing book, and there's just something to it. Putting in your 10 years,
Yeah.
like it's going to click for you. Mm-hmm. So,
I think it's letting go of the security.
yeah,
That feeling of like I can secure myself instead of, you know.
I just hope this is not bad advice to somebody, but I don't think it is. Like, Ktina, you're going to be 50 one day and you're going to be like, shit.
Yeah.
That what's more important, money or that feeling that you'll never be able to, you're going to be like, man, this one life that I have, I wasted it for somebody else.
Look, this just got really deep.
You know, but
I think
that's not saying that you're not thankful for it, because like,
Yeah.
look, I'm super thankful for Sassoon Seafood Center. That wasn't wasted time.
Yeah.
I talk about it all the time. They prepared me for where I am now.
Yeah.
But I just knew that wasn't my calling to be there as a career. Mm-hmm. So it's really, for you to answer is just, first of all, you are ready. It's just,
And sometimes I feel like, oh my God, if it'd be different if I didn't have two kids. You know what I'm saying?
No, it wouldn't.
It wouldn't.
No.
See, and you're confident when you say that.
Yeah. Ktina, you're super smart. You're passionate and you know exactly what you're doing. And then also, you know what you got? You got Carl and I to answer every single question.
And you know what? And I will say this too, through my journey, 14 years, do you notice you guys have always supported my AIDS walk? I have to say that. Did you?
of course.
Yeah, thank you for that.
You're welcome. That's such a little thing.
Oh my God, it's a big thing
Yeah.
for me. Yeah, absolutely. Because that's one of the reasons why I loved working for Matt, because they had that program. But going back to what you're saying, no, you're right. And this is something I've talked, that's why I said you've caught me at a time right now where you've talked to so many people in your podcast that already have started that leap.
Yeah.
I'm like at the edge of that cliff right now.
Okay. A lot of my mentors, like with regards to people I know and I don't know, they do say, if you are going to take a risk, it is a little easier to take a risk when you're younger.
Yeah.
And we are younger.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, we are younger. We are younger. And dude, look at you. Your husband is there to help you and support you. And I'm assuming like he supports you 100% with this. So
It's just that leap. Yeah, you're right.
dude, start tomorrow.
Okay, sure. Let's take a shot.
What other reservations do you have?
That's it. Security. Yeah. And I can't believe we're talking about this on your podcast.
Why not? This is good.
This is like literally, that's what I was saying. You've caught me at a time where I'm usually sure of something.
Yes, that is very true.
Right?
Yes.
This is the one thing where because of the pandemic, where I've sat down and was like, I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure right now.
And that's definitely a natural feeling to have because, hey, you've been doing this for 14 years.
I'm a mom now.
You're a mom
That
now.
just like switches the ball game. I'm loyal to Mac.
Yeah.
And you know that too. But
Rightfully
then,
so.
yeah. And then, but I mean, what better way if I'm going to take a leap to say it out loud right here on your podcast? What better way,
Oh, shit.
What
We
better
got
way?
something. And dude, when someone said the world is your oyster about 20 years ago, I don't think that holds the same value as it does now.
Yeah.
The world is really your oyster because
Especially now.
dude, there's so many ways
Yeah.
to make a living without having an employer.
Yeah.
You could be a fucking YouTuber, a TikToker, an Instagram influencer. I mean, if that's what your calling is.
Yeah.
And you're fucking stacking cheese.
And then,
off of that.
Exactly. And I'm going to tell you now, this is something I've talked to my husband about over and over and over and over, but it's just something I talk about, and I think that's why I keep saying you've caught me at this time where I'm like, I need to just stop talking about it
Yeah.
and take that leap. But that leap's scary to take.
I think that fear you have is a good thing. I've always looked at the fear that I have in myself. Well, I try to look at it as a good thing because, it's a crappy thing being scared.
It is this crappy thing, yeah. And especially when you have, I don't know, I know you said, 2 kids, no problem. But I know, especially when you have those 2, you have to support though, like it's like, mama's about to take a leap.
Yeah. No, you are going to.
You're going to have to go with the ride with me, But I think that's why the pandemic was a very important part of me thinking this through,
I have a friend. I'm not going to mention his name, but he's at the same point where you are right now. He wants to do something, but he's making good money with the company that he's at right now. But he told me, I wake up every day and I know I have to go to work, but I don't want to go to work. It's not fun for me. I just wake up and I'm just like, fuck, I got to go to work.
And that's the part that's hard for me too, because I don't feel like that.
Yeah.
Right? Except the part where we can't do makeup anymore.
Yeah. Okay, well then.
But I get what you're saying.
Everybody's situation is
Yeah.
different, right? But like with him, like he's asking me the same questions you are.
Because see, for me, that'd be a no-brainer.
Yeah.
No,
right. Yeah.
no. If I have to wake up like nursing, and not to be mean or anything, like if I was a nurse, I wouldn't be able to be excited to get up, and because that's not my thing, So I get what you're trying to say. Like you have to, the only fuel that's running us is our passion,
Yeah, and it's not his fault because risk is it's looked at differently by everybody.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm so blessed that my dad taught me what risk is and how to deal with it. The word risk can be scary to somebody, the unknown.
God, yeah.
But my dad told me this is what risk is. This is what you do with it. And this is how you can make it into an empire. Because my dad got the biggest fucking balls like I've ever seen. And so it's not necessarily his fault. I don't know. I'm not speaking for him, but I do know there are people out there that are very risk averse. And I feel like it's holding people back.
It is. It is. And then that's what I'm being vulnerable right now. And we're talking about this right now. You know, like it is. But, you know, when you can sit there and tell me confidently, do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Why are you scared? I mean, God, it's easier said than done.
But I did it.
But you did it.
So if an idiot like
okay,
me
that's not.
can
First
do
of all,
it-
you have Carla, and that's one of the.
That's true. 'Cause I would not be sitting here
So
without,
don't-
yeah, but what I'm saying is like, I mean, I could have. I'm just saying, I'm just a regular dude. You're better than me. I really do believe that. You're better than me, dude. You're smarter. You're more passionate. Like you can make this happen. And like what I told you, I mean, maybe this is not your calling, but the whole makeup thing in your house.
With the podcast.
Dude. I'm trying to make this is going to be my new career. I'm
Oh,
trying to
really? See, I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, eventually.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do full time now.
Wow.
So I'm gonna make that happen. And thank God for Carla. I told Carla, I was like, hey, I don't think I want to work the line anymore. I'm done working in the kitchen. I want a podcast now.
And she's like, yeah, sure.
Do it,
Oh my God, I love her.
dude. And this is why I'm pouring out like most of my time into this because I got my first sponsor.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
congratulations. I told
Thank
Ryan
you.
about it.
So shout out to
What is it? Smooth my balls?
shout out to Smooth My Balls.
Everyone's like, what are you talking about?
It's a pube trimmer.
Yeah.
But
You
anyways,
know,
I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked, but so I don't know if I'm gonna be successful with this, but I know I want to try.
yeah.
I think it's just as simple as that.
Yeah.
Like I'm sacrificing my businesses to do this. I should be putting all of my focus onto my restaurants and this place. But I see like a light at the end of the tunnel where this podcast could be making, well, it's not even about the money because I love doing this, but this podcast could support all of my businesses.
and others too.
Yeah.
And it is. And that's what I'm saying. I didn't even think this conversation was going to go here to right where I'm saying, I'm scared, RJ. I'm scared.
good, though.
But at the same time, my God, it's a long time coming.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And, a year from now, we'll be sitting here like, fuck, RJ, I'm rich. Or like, I have 100,000 followers on YouTube now. Or my podcast is like getting sponsors out the wazoo,
Yeah. And it's, my dad has told me too, like he told me too, I used to think success was being rich, right?
Yeah.
But
Me too.
if I'm waking up every day excited to come to go to work, that's the success for me, and to be able to call it your own.
Yeah. Oh, let me say that too. Though.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing that you still wake up every day and you want to go
I know.
back.
I honestly,
That's amazing.
sometimes it's not even just that. It's like sometimes I feel like, damn, I'm not tired of this yet. And it's not so much the brand you label it, Mac, Lancome, what have you. It's doing the makeup.
Yeah.
It's connecting to the woman. I have this thing where I'm like girl power all day, every day. And I think that's what makes me get up and go,
Just imagine how you would feel if it was your own business.
Exactly. And that's why I didn't even think this conversation was going to go there.
Yeah.
But it did.
Yeah.
And that's why I said, you've caught me at a time where I'm like, I'm not sure this time. So we shall see.
And I can't say this enough. You have a dictionary of information between Carl and I.
Yes.
With regards to starting your own business.
I feel like this community does through you guys, for sure.
And anything you need. Like I had a bookkeeper on last week. Like,
Oh, you did?
Yeah, dude.
Did I miss that one?
I just posted it. Excuse me. I just posted it last week.
Oh, okay.
So don't worry. It's there for you forever.
Oh, thank you. Definitely go check that one out.
But yeah, dude, I think that's cool. I'm so like honored that you would even like.
I'm
wanna,
honored you
bring
even
that
asked
up.
me. I'm like, what are we going to talk about, RJ?
Well, I mean, dude, it just only makes sense that you should be doing this thing because there's so many like things for you to do.
Yeah.
We've been doing an hour. Can you believe that?
I actually can
Yeah.
because there was a segment in this podcast where I was describing ice cream.
Oh, so you looked at the
So that went slow a little bit. I can't wait for you to hear it back.
I'm excited. Before we wrap up, we can't forget, we got to do Guess That Boba.
Okay.
Okay.
This is it right here.
So give that a good mix. You get 3 guesses, and you get a few yes or no questions before you guess.
What's a few? 3?
Yeah, sure. It's 5. It's 5.
Is there melon?
No.
Cantaloupe?
No.
There's milk in here, I know.
Are you lactose intolerant?
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
No.
Because there's definitely milk in there.
No, I'm not lactose
Can you turn
intolerant.
the cup around? I just want to make sure I gave you. Okay. Because I wrote it down what I gave you. So you used up 3 of your yes or no questions.
There's no cantaloupe in here.
You already asked that.
God, I swear it tastes cantaloupe.
You got 2 more yes or no questions, and then you have to guess.
Okay, I think it's I really don't know. It's a sweet milk tea.
Definitely milk tea.
Okay.
Come on, you have it. You can guess. Come on, I know you can do it.
You're very that's a lot of pressure. First of all.
I forgot to tell you, if you win, you get $20
Oh.
in credit. No, in credit towards.
Excuse
all that
me.
ice cream you were talking about. For Beyblade trainer, you can just give that.
Yeah,
to me.
that's right. Okay. This is, I have to say, this is a, God, I really can't guess this.
All
It
right,
tastes like melon.
No,
Like I'm so strong with the cantaloupe.
I'm telling you, it's not.
I know that, but it's like, I'm telling you, you're lying to me.
What was your first guess?
Cantaloupe.
No, you just wasted your guess.
I mean, there's condensed milk in here.
No, it's real milk. But there are other fruits out there.
There are.
Other than cantaloupe.
Lychee.
No. One more guess. Okay, I'll tell you, it's 2 flavors. It's not just one. It's 2 flavors in there.
Okay, it's not lychee though. No.
It's not cantaloupe. Don't guess cantaloupe.
I know I
again.
won't. It's
You're my best friend. It starts with an M for one of them.
melon. God. It's an M?
Yeah.
Matcha.
Nope. Now you lost.
Yeah.
Mango. Lavender.
Oh my God. I taste the lavender. I don't taste the mango.
You tasted lavender. Why didn't you guess lavender?
I mean, I taste it now that you said lavender.
Ktina Eusebio, how can they find you on Instagram or on social media? Are you fully booked right now, or can they still reach out to you?
Oh, you can always reach out to me.
So how can if
you need a
someone wants to
friend.
get their face done by you, how can they find
You can find me at Ktina Eusebio, which is KTINAMEEAMOR. And on May 26th and after, at Matt Cosmetics at Macy's Fairfield, 707-428-3333, extension 4206, unless I take the leap of
You
faith.
knew what I was going to say. Unless she fucking quits and starts her own business.
Yeah.
Ktina, I love you.
I love you
Thank
too.
you
Thanks for
coming on the
having
pod.
me.
Peace out. Woo!
Was that okay?
That was amazing.
That was kind of vulnerable.
Yeah, I love that.